Hey guys, welcome to today's video. My name is Trung, and on today's video, we're going to be talking about how to start your online business in 2022. We're going to get super clear on what it is that you want to solve in the world, what problem you want to solve, and then actually teach you guys what you guys need to do to deliver that product to the marketplace. What this video is not going to teach you is how to set up an eBay store or an Etsy store or Amazon FBA. There are so many videos out there already have that are out there that people already teach that to you, that are experts in it, that are way more versed in that itself. What I'm going to try to teach you today is actually what we need to think about when you are looking at what type of online business you truly want, and those questions you need to ask to make sure that that online business is right for you. By the end of this video, what you're going to get is three things. First thing you're going to get is you're going to understand the advantages of why online businesses are so powerful. The second thing is you're going to get the 5 key steps on what you need to do to actually start your online business. And at the end of the video, if you guys stay to the end, I'm actually going to go over what business I would start if I wanted to start all over again and had none of the businesses that I had, and what business I would start in 2022 if I had to start all over again. On this channel, I'm here to help you be the boss of your business and your life. If you are just starting out your business and you have no idea where to start, or if you actually have a business and it's taking over your life, on this channel we're here to help you get more freedom, more flexibility, and more fulfillment from your business so that you can actually have more impact and ultimately make yourself more money. If you're new to this channel, my name is Trung. I've been an entrepreneur for more than 20 years, doing everything from wedding photography. I was shooting 20 to 30 weddings a year, grossing more than 6 figures as a side hustle for more than 10 years. At the end of that, I quit my day job as an engineer to become a full-time photographer. After that, I actually became a real estate investor. I became a landlord. I was fixing and flipping homes and actually even wholesaling deals. Over my career, I've dealt with more than $2 million worth of homes, fixing and flipping and selling and wholesaling deals. I also have 2 Smoothie King restaurants where they are quick service restaurants selling smoothies that are a franchise business. I've owned those for more than 8 years, grossing over more than $5 million over that span of 8 years, and have more than 20 employees at any point in time. So I've run the gamut of all the different types of businesses, and I want to share some of my experiences with you. And so the advice that I'm giving you today is a culmination of all the experiences that I've had over that time to give you the best advice and what I would do as a business owner starting out a new business. Without further ado, let's jump on to today's topic. First thing I told you I would do is actually give you the advantages of why online businesses are so amazing. So online businesses have the advantage of being very agile in the fact that you can start the business from anywhere with very minimal equipment, right? So if you had a computer or internet connection of some kind, even on your phone, you can start an online business. When the pandemic hit with my brick and mortar Smoothie King store, I actually saw the huge disadvantage of actually owning a brick and mortar store where you require customers to come into your store. And when people were very leery of being in public, interacting with people, and going to a restaurant in general, that really hurt our business. The only thing that helped it survive was the fact that I had a drive-through, whereas a lot of people that had regular restaurants, they closed down because people just weren't willing to go to restaurants. And so the advantages of having an online business is that you can deal with things online and you actually don't necessarily have to physically be anywhere in the world, and you can work at any time you want. Another advantage of online businesses is that it costs relatively little money to start. And so if you are tight on cash or you are requiring special hours than when you can work, online businesses allow you that flexibility of working whenever you want, obviously depending on the type of business. And so you can launch it with relatively little money, do from anywhere in the world, and work at your own time when it makes sense for you. If you are working a full-time job like I was for many years, then it actually gives you the flexibility to actually do it as a side hustle until you make enough money to the point where you can actually quit your day job. So those are the advantages of having an online business. Okay, let's jump right into the 5 key things that you need to do to start your online business. The first step to starting your online business, guys, is you must decide to start. This may sound like the very obvious, but the problem with most people is they all have ideas, they all have the desire to open a business because they know what the financial rewards that it could reap down the road, but they never actually take the first step to actually deciding to start, right? Because they all have the ideas, they all have the dream of living the lifestyle of being an entrepreneur and all the glamour that people paint it out to be, but they never actually start. They all have analysis paralysis, or they come up with all these excuses of why they can't start yet. You need to make sure you decide to start. And that's the biggest thing. But also, the one thing that makes the difference between people that fail and people that actually make it is all of the people that decide to start have a strong reason why they're doing it. So for me, a strong reason why is that it provides me the lifestyle that I truly want, the freedom and the flexibility and the fulfillment working for myself offers. Whereas if you are just doing it purely for the money and not for freedom or to support your family or to support and give yourself the lifestyle that you truly wanted, and you're only in it for the money, when times get tough, and they will get tough, you don't actually have a strong reason to continue on. And a lot of people that are in it just for the money usually will give up because it isn't the allure that they always thought it would be, and it's not a strong enough why to continue on. So make sure you have a strong reason why you want to do this business. On to step 2, guys. On to step 2 is doing your market research. Okay, so what you need to understand is, as an entrepreneur, all you're doing is solving a problem in the world. That's all businesses are, is that people have a problem and they need to find a solution for it. And as a business, that business solves a solution and gives them a solution. So what you got to realize is, what problem is there in the world? Figure out if there's a problem out there. And the second question is, what can I do to solve that problem? Okay, and so you need to figure out if there is a solution out there or you actually have a solution out there. The third thing you need to know is that problem painful enough, and is somebody willing to pay for that solution? So, for example, if somebody needs to lose, say, 50 pounds or more, that's pretty urgent of a problem, right? Because there's all these diet programs and fitness coaches and all these fitness programs that people pay billions of dollars for every year. So you know that people are willing to pay to get a solution for that problem. But if your goal is to just get somebody to lose 5 pounds, the last 5 pounds they need to lose before they get to the ideal body weight, they may not be as urgent or willing to pay for a solution, because it may not be something that they're even willing to need to get solved or urgent enough to get it solved, right? And so you got to make sure that somebody's willing to pay for that solution. Even if you don't think that it's urgent enough of a problem, then you don't really have a viable business, because if nobody's willing to pay for your solution, you don't have a business. The next thing you want to know is, where are those potential people at? Where are your customers at? Where are they hanging out? And that's what you need to figure out. A lot of times you can do research by looking onto forums. Facebook groups are a great place to find people that have the interest or the problem that you're trying to solve. So if you're into knitting, if you're into photography, if you're into fitness or weight loss or vegan diets or things like that, there are all Facebook groups that actually have those types of groups that are filled with people that have that interest, and you can go into those communities and actually figure out what the problems they have are, and if you have a solution for that problem. All right, on to step 3. On to step 3 is actually creating a business plan. Okay, so don't be intimidated by the concept of, or the idea of having to write a complex business plan. I think the 6-page business plan that they give you in business school is something is way overkill for you to start your first business. All you really need to do is do a 1-page to get your overall concepts and just a general outline of what you're trying to do in your business. And that's all you really need. You don't need a 6-page template, because some people spend so much time trying to fill out all these little areas of the business where they have no idea what it is, and spend more time doing that than they actually do trying to figure out if anybody's actually willing to pay for their problem that they're trying to solve, or pay for their solution, and trying to find where the customers are at. That's really the most important things. So these are the several elements that I think you need to have in your business plan just to get started. Here's the deal, guys. Your business is going to evolve so much in the first couple months that whatever you try to figure out the first day or week of you trying to start your business, and you write all this elaborate plan down, it's all going to go out the window after the first couple months anyways. So don't spend too much time focusing on that. So a couple of things that you really need to know when you write your business plan is, A, who is your ideal customer? what are their pain points? What is the demographics? Is it a single female? Is it a single male? Where do they hang out? And what problems do they have? What are their pain points, right? That's what you really need, because as you're writing content, as you're marketing toward that person, you need to have a good idea of who that person is. The second thing is, where are they hanging out? Okay, you need to figure out, like I said before, what communities are they in? Where are they hanging out online? Since this is an online business, you need to figure out where they are hanging out online, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever it is. You need to start figuring out where those communities of those people are and going into those communities and connecting with those people. The next step you need to figure out is, how do you plan to market toward these people? Okay, so that's part of your marketing plan, but it should be something very simple as I will go on to Instagram, or I will follow certain people on Instagram, go into certain Facebook groups, and I will interact and start connecting with other people that could be a potential client of mine and be a member of the community. Start connecting with those people and building relationships with those people. And the thing that you need to figure out right after that is, what are you going to deliver to them and how are you going to do it? So if you have a certain type of business, whether if it's a coaching business, are you going to deliver that coaching, over the phone, over Zoom, over FaceTime? What are you going to do? If you're going to deliver a product, then are you going to be making the product yourself? Are you going to be delivering that product by mailing it yourself? Are you drop shipping it? Or are you sending it to Amazon for them to fulfill by Amazon, FBA? What are you going to do? How do you plan to do it? And those are the elements that you truly need just in your business plan right now. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. If you feel like you've gotten value, please subscribe to the button below and click on the notification bell so that you actually get notified when we release new content. On this channel, we're going to be releasing content once a week about business, about mastering your business, but also your life. So life hacks that involve your business, that make life more enjoyable, business easier, and so that you can actually have more freedom and more flexibility in your time. Step number 4 is, how do you market your product? One of the things that when you are doing an online business, your online presence and your ability to connect with people is going to be the differentiating factor between somebody that is successful and not successful. So when you are trying to sell online, what you need to do is get connected with your ideal clients, whether they are in forums, whether they are in Facebook groups, on Facebook itself, Instagram, whatever it is. And so you need to build relationships in these communities, deliver value by creating content that speaks to the pain points of your ideal clients, as well as contributing to the conversation in those communities. And that could be writing content on your Instagram that attracts and talks to and speaks to your ideal clients' pain points, or commenting on people's Facebook posts or in groups and starting conversations, as well as contributing to conversation. The goal is to get people to know, like, and trust you online so that they see you as an expert or somebody that could potentially be a problem solver for their problem that they're facing. Okay, on to the 5th step. The 5th step is the final step here, is delivery of your product. Okay, so if you decided that you're going to have a product of some kind, a physical product, how do you plan to deliver that physical product to your end customer, right? If you have to fabricate it yourself, how do you plan to manufacture that? Are you allocating time per week to make those products? If you're not making them yourself, how do you plan to get the finalized product to your customer? Are you drop shipping? Are you buying inventory and then having to mail it out to each of those? Or are you sending it through a third party like an Amazon, where they will fulfill it? You buy things, you send it up to Amazon, and then they actually fulfill the orders for you. What type of business are you in? If you're into like a service type of business, are you delivering a service? If you're an accountant, you're delivering accounting services. If you are a content creator, are you creating the content and sending it to them via email, or are you sending them to portal, or are you delivering that product to that person a different way? If you are selling an information product, are you having a portal where you are uploading your training videos or your ebooks or whatever it is that you're trying to deliver that's an information product, how do you plan to deliver it to them? And you need to make sure that you figure out how to do that so that when you do actually sell your first product, you know what you need to do next to be able to deliver and deliver world-class service to your first customers, because your first customers are going to be the ones that are going to set the tone for you as you grow forward, because the solution that you provide them, hopefully it's an amazing solution that they will be able to give you testimonials so that you can use those testimonials as social proof and as advertising for future customers. So as I promised earlier, the next part here is actually going to be what business I would start if I was to start all over again. The business that I actually would start again if I needed to start all over again, didn't have any of the following or anything like that to start with, or any current business that is a brick and mortar business like my Smoothie King or anything like that, I would start a content business like I am actually doing right now on YouTube. What I've realized is that in order for you to create a long-term following and a long-term strategy of creating content but also delivering value over time, I would choose YouTube actually as a platform, because we know that YouTube is a long form content vehicle to deliver a lot of value to people, but people actually search it. It's the second largest search engine in the world. Whereas if you're just creating content on Facebook or Instagram, it actually has a very short shelf life. And so after a day or two, that thing goes down to the bottom of the feed and nobody really sees it anymore. So I would choose creating a channel on YouTube to create content, deliver content to people, and then eventually transition that into delivering coaching or selling an online course of some kind that is scalable. Remember, the beautiful thing about online businesses is that it's truly scalable. So if you create a digital product like an online course, you would actually be able to create it one time. The investment of time and energy is on the front end, but once you build it out, you can actually sell an infinite number of them without costing you any more money. So that's the business I would start. That's the business I'm working on right now on this channel. And so I will actually be creating some videos to document my journey as I create and build this channel and the business that goes behind it. What business have you been thinking about that you've been dying to start but just didn't know where to start? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. If you guys found value in today's content, please give me a thumbs up, as well as a subscribe, the button below, as well as click the notification bell so that you actually get notified when we release new content. Until next time, guys, go be the boss of your business and your life. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.